Whenever you're ready, Kathy.
Okay. Welcome to the Township of Nipissing Recreation Committee meeting on, excuse me, July 15th, 2024. Is there a disclosure of pecuniary interest? Nice, none. Okay, I need an approval for the minutes of the rec committee held on June 3rd. Okay. Motion by Shelley and Julie. Second? Lisa and James.
So, and all in favor.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep. Motion by Shelley. Discussion items, the bottle drive update. And I want to say before this comes out, thank you to everyone who showed up this week.
Yeah, that's good. Me too. I second that.
Yeah.
We thought we'd be there for all afternoon.
Yeah.
So you guys coming was great.
Yeah.
Well, that's thanks to another board member that likes
Thank you,
to,
Lisa.
stay anonymous.
No problem. Pull up in there.
So Wolf Lake, we brought in 317.90. And Bear Creek was 235.20 for a grand total of 553.10.
Wow.
Are we
Nice.
missing one of our ones that we did the week before, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before?
No,
The $195 one?
no, it was in on the last one.
Okay,
It was on the last meeting. It was all bunched together with the other Wolf Lake one or Bear Creek, I can't remember which one.
Okay, soccer season wrap up.
What a season, it was great to have everybody out. So we had, what's the other sheet? So we had 128 kids sign up, and we actually had 126 come out. So we had 2 that was unable to come out at all. We had the 5, 6, yeah, we had 1 cancellation. So we had these 6 weeks, I guess. So everybody has the sheet that Kim, thanks for doing that up, Kim. So just a little bit of a breakdown of the soccer season. The canteen brought in a little, we had a few donations, so that paid for 2 weeks. I think we had 2 weeks of the canteen paid for, 1 from a parent and then 1 from a nice sponsor.
Yes, so I think it covered our party one and then the week before.
Correct, yeah. So that was great. So the jerseys, the whistles, the barbecue supplies. And they're already talking next year, so
Well, we have enough shirts.
we do. We probably do, yes. So along with the soccer, we have had a request to do a skills camp. And to stay with our waiver forms, insurance, working with them, the rec department has to agree on it. So I believe we have a motion tonight, which should explain most of it as well.
The motion number 2024-20 that we support a mini soccer season and skills program for children ages 10 to 12 to be held Thursdays at the Heritage Park from July 18th to August 29th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. provided by Candace Carrier. Oh, that's right. And that the program is being offered free of charge and that the rec committee is providing the soccer equipment to support the program. And we have a motion for Shelley. Julie. And second?
So Shelley was first.
First,
Oh,
Julie
Then
was,
Lou the second, then it's
Yeah.
just all in favor.
Oh, all in favor?
So the only part that we do is we just unlock the building.
And so does your insurance or our insurance cover everything? Everything is covered and that's it, and she's offering this free of charge?
Correct.
And
Yep.
no canteen, right?
Nope, there's nothing. We just open the door, they grab the nets, the pylons, the little pop things that you skirt around, and they're just gonna do drills.
And who is this person doing that?
Was one of our coaches.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she reached out to us to say that she talked to some of the kids and parents of her team that she was coaching and the other team in that age group. And they were all interested in carrying on if they were able to.
Wow.
So we sent out a blind CC email with her email in it, and she got enough interest to do it. And so we said that we would bring it to the committee.
Oh,
So-
I
okay.
believe we were at 12 the last time I spoke to her. So it should be a great.
That's good.
That's really good.
Okay, Canada Day wrap up.
Cameron, that was
Yes.
amazing.
Before we jump to that, I just wanted to say the other thing that we got a lot of positive comments on was soccer, is that we started the registration a little bit earlier this season. And a lot of parents like that. So I think we'll continue that with next year, as Will said, as they're already wanting to get started with it. So
Can I just point out, we did the hot dogs after, and that was really great. Like, that was well.
Yeah, we heard a little bit of positive and negative, so it
Oh, you
was,
did?
yeah, so it was mixed. Some people thought it was too late.
Late in the evening?
Yeah,
Oh,
so they liked it where they had it before the soccer and then, but they're willing to do it either way, so. Yeah, so we tried it both ways, so we'll discuss it for next year and,
I thought it was.
Yeah.
great.
yeah,
they all seem to be enjoying it, and it's
Oh.
especially getting their freezies and chips at the end and
Yeah.
seeing everybody, so.
Yeah.
Okay, off to Canada Day. Do you want to start,
Yeah.
Julie?
So Canada Day was a great success for the fact that it was on the actual holiday and people had to get up in the morning. I think, well, we had 200 cupcakes, they all went. The balloon guy was lined up, the face painting lady was lined up. In fact, I think we had to pay them an extra hour, right? Each of them. The magician was fabulous. The kids really loved him. He really, it was really great for kids, it was a good magician. And the popcorn donation guy that I guess we didn't even book, he came out from Home Hardware, and so the popcorn was delicious.
Yeah.
And volunteers, like we had a couple of young girls volunteer for their hours, that was great. I don't know that we could do anything better. I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was great. So the reason we did do it on Canada Day is, I think you had mentioned before, is we applied for a grant, and one of the stipulations with the grant is that it be done on Canada Day. So we weren't sure what our turnout would be, and I kept doing sort of a count throughout the evening, and so we probably, throughout the evening, from the beginning to our fireworks and that, we probably had close to around 350 people attend overall for the night, which was fantastic. Certainly the fireworks were a big hit, so certainly a big thank you out to the fire department for doing that.
Yeah.
So that's why it took place on Canada Day. It was certainly a warm day to be out, so the free water and freezies were appreciated, that were handed out throughout the night. We did that right until fireworks time, so they went from 6 till 10 p.m. and that, giving them out. The grant was through the Canadian Heritage Fund, and the part of the process is you talk about what you're going to do for the event, when it's going to take place, how it's going to take place, and your expenses. And then after the grant, after your event, they send you a report to report on your expenses and the things you said you were going to do on your event. Did you actually have them take place? So that's all been filed with them. And we reported on our expenses, and you can see on the sheet that our total expenses. The only thing that we had cancel, unfortunately, on the last minute, and Will worked really hard trying to find another vendor for an inflatable bouncy castle, which would have been great to have in the field to attract the kids to do. But we ended up putting out the soccer balls, and we blew up the large soccer ball that was given to us as a donation from the North Bay Youth Soccer Club, and we put that in the rink area, and there was quite a few kids that did go in and play with that, so that was a great way to keep them active in that. And we did have kids playing on the field with the soccer, but the park was certainly a big draw. You know, if they weren't in line for one of the events or with the magician, they were at the park playing with their friends and that. So it was good. And then we had the popcorn come, which was a huge success. So we were certainly very grateful to Tom from Home Hardware that came out to do that. So overall, we heard lots of positive comments from it and that. So determining next year with Canada Day being on a Tuesday, may be another thing, whether we decide to do it on the weekend and forego the grant, because, you know, with the budget the township provides for our funding, it may be more advantageous for the committee to offer it on the weekend where there's more assistance from everybody to do it on a Saturday, and we can capture all the people that are here on a weekend for an event and that, so.
And we did put that in our feedback as well, that they should look at a little bit of a grace period. A couple days each way, like to the nearest weekend or something to give a little more flexibility.
Yeah.
So we did put that in our comments.
But the cupcake, sorry, go ahead, Will.
One of the other things we have to pay attention to is the DJ and the magician kind of overlapped. So we had to shut one down for the 45 minutes. So if we ever do something like that again, we'll try to plan where maybe we bring the music in a half hour later to set up or something like that. But it worked out good. He's really great. The DJ's great to work with. So he just shut her down for a bit and walked around and chatted. So it worked out really well.
I think he played all Canadian.
I was just gonna mention that. That was fantastic.
Which was really great.
Yeah, and he had people coming into him saying, what was that song you played? And he would give them the name and the artist and that to write it down. So he was very interactive with everybody that was there. It was very positive and that, so it was
And I believe the
fantastic.
cupcakes were a big hit. We didn't have to worry about cutting. Can I have a small piece? Can I have a big piece? Can I have?
Yeah.
Some vanilla, some
So-
chocolate. If they wanted that, they could grab one of each, so.
We didn't have to have the plates. We didn't have to have forks.
No, that worked out great.
So it was really good.
And the containers were of such that you could get your fingers in there to get them out. So from that point of view, it was, you know, very great that way. And we just sort of brought them over in 100, and then when they were getting low, we went and grabbed the next 100, so.
Did you have enough then, Kim?
Oh, yeah.
You say there were 350 and it's already ordered.
So what, with those numbers, some people came for the event, some just came for fireworks. Some came to check it out, leave, like they were in and out, so it wasn't consistent. And a lot of people didn't want dessert.
Yeah.
So it worked out really well. I don't think we would.
I don't think you would up
increase
it because I think you would be left with leftovers and then what do you do with it, you know?
I believe this is the first year we didn't have leftovers.
Good.
So it was great,
No, it was
especially
great. You
for,
don't have to pay for forks and plates and, no, it was great.
and then finding people to take the leftovers home and
Although maybe next year, if we have it on a Saturday, there might be more people. Who knows?
could very
Yeah.
well be.
Right?
No,
All
it
in
was
all,
a
it's good.
real big hit. It was awesome.
And the tent setup and takedown was quick and easy.
Yeah.
Those tents are amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Provided a bit
really
of
good.
shade for everybody.
Heritage Day breakfast. Has that been canceled?
Yes. To the best of my knowledge, yeah.
Well, not canceled, postponed, more like it.
Yeah.
One thing that was looked at is, I think the breakfast went a little more bigger than some people anticipated. Some people just thought like a little breakfast in time, trying to get people out to go to Heritage Days. But the breakfast is, I think, is an event on its own, and a few people thought the same. So it's up to the committee, but the way it was going, it's almost like a breakfast on its own.
I think too, we didn't want to take away from people coming here to the breakfast and maybe not going to Heritage Day for the museum, or people going to just the museum at Heritage Day and not coming to the breakfast. So neither event being as successful as they possibly could. So looking at an alternate day or looking at doing it differently next year if we're going to incorporate a breakfast.
But again, it is up to the committee if they would like to keep going with it or pick another date. I think a breakfast would work out good because a lot of people want to go for breakfast, especially on Sunday mornings.
Need people to work it though.
Correct. And we did I have a few that weren't gonna participate. A couple staff were away that time, a couple counselors are away. So we lost 4 to 5 right off the bat that would love to help for sure.
Have a little bit of time to think about it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, movie in the park. Who's taking this?
Movie in the park is pretty well booked. Thanks to Kim for doing her fancy artwork again. Everybody has the flyer. So Trolls was the winner. Winner chicken dinner. So that's all confirmed, ready to go. So Kim pretty well highlighted everything on the flyer. Bring your own chairs and blankets. We're gonna offer freezies and water. One question that we had was, do we want to just hand out water and freezies? Or do we want to charge for it? While you think about that, Tom from Home Harbor is already confirmed. They'll be there with the popcorn. And I believe the last couple of years we've done the food banks for donations.
Yeah,
So
usually,
you'll have to Boston, have to calendar.
usually it's on the sheet, please bring a food donation.
Yeah.
Like, we don't charge for anything, so.
We can.
We can add that and
we
put
can
it
add
back,
that.
cause I always redo the poster and repost it in that, so I can ask for food donations.
Yeah, we can
Or
just.
maybe, but collecting for food banks.
Like when you attend the movie, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kim and I will put something that to tomorrow
that's a
and
good idea.
just repost.
I'll just say food donations, for the 2 local food banks.
Accepted.
Well, or donations,
Yeah.
because that sounds almost like you have to bring food.
Yeah,
Whereas-
we'll be accepting,
Yeah.
yeah.
So just donations for.
Yeah, so there's not much setup. If we have a couple, people to hand out water and freezies. If we want to just hand them out, like we have quite a few freezies left. Lots of water.
I think we can come up with something for the, because last year we had them donated with the necklaces and the bracelets.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're
Can
gonna,
we come up with that, put it into the budgets, so that we can hand them out to the kids?
How
Because
much?
they love them.
I don't know,
Yeah.
how much does it cost?
They're like $1.25 a piece for, you get 7 bracelets or something in
You can
one
go to the dollar
package.
store and get tons.
So I don't see why you can't take it out of the bottle drive money.
but it still has to be budgeted and approved. What we're looking at, is we could probably purchase that with the fireworks too. Drop that in, I don't know how many you're anticipating. 200, 250?
Do you have numbers from last
We
year, Will?
do, I can look it up. Well, we have ballpark numbers again, but
Kids really loved it. They ran around and they swapped them and they shared them and they
Yeah,
kept them busy waiting for the movie.
I just wonder if we should do a motion to purchase them tonight, only because I don't think we have a meeting.
I actually just looked at that. I thought our meeting was the 5th, but it's actually the 12th
Right,
So,
so
yeah,
we
we
need to
would need
do
a
it, I
motion.
just, yeah,
for that and the fireworks.
thought I had a blank one, I'll just use a blank piece of paper to write it, I must have used the blank one the last time we were here.
Yeah, and unfortunately I forgot. to put
No,
that
that's okay.
I have the other one going here.
So,
So if the committee's good, I think we could probably do it for 700, 600 to 700 for fireworks and the glow in the dark.
I was gonna say, that's it.
It's a lot of glow in the dark.
Yeah, no, fireworks and we'll do like a 5 to 7 minute finale. I believe that worked out really well last year too.
Yeah. We'll make it up for all the fireworks we didn't have last year.
so.
Also, what we can do too is we can put up some stuff on the screen before the movie. So we're gonna put a little PowerPoint together with some, advertising of events, some pictures from some previous events. So when the movie's coming up,
That's a good idea.
People love that.
You said in the amount of $700?
I would say 700 max, but it's up to the committee. If they wanna go up or down, or
I'll let you fill that in.
my thought was, I'm thinking
I'll
like
type
maybe
this up better.
500 fireworks and probably 200 glow sticks, or 450 and 250, something.
Okay.
And the glow sticks are good for another time, we don't go.
Correct.
Yeah, we use some at the dance.
Yeah, yeah.
That's still okay. That's still
That's
20,
a
that one.
20 and this is 20.
Oh, that's gonna be 20.
And the amount?
You can ask the committee what they want to do and then fill it in.
All right, we have a motion, number 2024-21, that we purchase fireworks and glow-in-the-dark bracelets and necklaces for the movie in the park on August 10th, 2024, in the amount of, we need suggestions, please.
Well, you suggested 700, right?
That's just, I just threw a number out. That's the committee's decision. We'll work with whatever the committee would like to do.
Well, how much is a box of fireworks?
The fireworks were $533 before for Canada Day, and I don't know how much those. go.
We had some leftovers,
Oh,
from
Family day.
Family Day.
okay.
But yeah, we could do something like that. And I think you'd be pretty safe with like a 5 to 7 minute show for the end of.
The movie.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tired by the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to go.
And we probably wake up a few too to get them. into the cars and go home for the parents.
So 700 is the, okay.
Great with 700.
And we'll try to shoot maybe 300 glow sticks, like somebody said, we could always use them for another event if we don't go through.
Yeah, yeah.
But it would suck if we didn't have enough for that.
Yeah.
So we'll do 300 glow sticks at least.
Okay, and moved by Shelley. And seconded. Julie, will you do? All in favor? Carried.
No, you can sign it because it will still go in and I can just retype it.
Community Day celebration, September 14th.
All right. So thanks to Kim and Jillian. So you have a draft flyer. So we have the trunk sale, yard sale, and fall fest on September 14th. I had the opportunity to work with some other agencies, and we thought September 14th would be a good draw as well. So we're going to kind of involve all three events. And we got OPP, the Office of the Fire Marshal, EMS, they're gonna come in and answer questions. They're gonna have displays. The firefighters will be there, emergency management. And what we're hoping with this, it will draw everybody in to both events. So the trunk sale, yard sale, and fall fest. Jillian has come up with a neat idea that we're gonna do a scavenger hunt. And they're gonna have to go to all the vendors / participants and get a sticker or a signature or a picture or something. So each participant's gonna have some kind of history behind it. And then at the end, they'll come in and we'll have a prize at the end. So the idea of that is hopefully they'll do like a loop. She's gonna have a little map. So hopefully they'll go to every vendor, all the yard sale, fall fest, and make a day event.
I was talking to her in the town office and she said something about the questionnaire. She was asking about a bird nest I found, what kind of bird it was, and it was part of this questionnaire she wanted to put together. So that may fall in there somewhere as well.
Yeah, she's gonna try to evolve it all around. She's gonna find some old fire stuff, some OPP. We have the face painter, the balloon dude. I believe that's, yeah. the balloon-
he was
Yeah, Ken the
great.
balloon dude, which was amazing. The reptile camp.
Steve
Ventures.
Featherstone is coming for that, yeah.
So we're going to actually put down inside the rink shack. We've already had some inquiries about the insects and species running around the park. People didn't like that, so we're gonna kind of contain them into the rink.
In the ring board area, so, because he'll bring out the big tortoises and that can walk around, so then that way they're sort of contained in that area. So if people want to avoid them, then they can. Yeah.
Snakes are the
Yes, they will.
Yes.
So again, they'll be contained into
They'll be
that rink
contained.
area,
You can
so
avoid that
people
area.
that don't,
Well, I'll be avoiding it.
so I know, James and Julie, I don't know what your thoughts, I know you guys were taking the lead on the trunk sale, yard sale. If you'd like some more information, or if we got something incorrect.
No, I was more or less just doing the trunk sale, this other stuff came up. And I just going along with it.
Well, it's great. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, it's all taking it all.
We're hoping to draw more in to both events, and
And we are still allowing people to enter for free because the museum is free.
so one thought that was thrown around was, we're still gonna take registrations. If you do not show up, you'll be excluded on the next yard sale. So as a thought,
Did people pay for a table then?
So-
Is that how it works? I don't know.
go ahead, James.
Yeah, last year
We used
it
to
was free.
Put a $10
Yeah.
registration fee on it.
Okay.
So that if you don't show.
Yeah.
You got skin in the game, and it gives us an idea how many, in advance, how many spots I need to make. Cause if you don't have any idea what's coming, then
Right.
I could maybe need 10 spots, I could maybe need 40 spots.
Mhm.
I may need more garbage cans, like if you don't have anything, knowing what's coming, you're just waiting to see what shows up.
So both events will still do pre-registration, so we know how many people, how many booths, we'll still have a cutoff date.
Okay, so that's something that's missing on the flyer. So again, this is why it's just dropped. So
Yeah.
we, would need to have a time that, you need to register by.
September 1st.
Yeah,
Cause it came like we had, I don't know, what we had, about 20 last time.
I believe so, yeah.
Somewhere in that. So
So what,
it gets busy trying to set up, and it gets busy, like, you kind of don't want people there other than the vendors.
yeah,
so we'll do, my recommendation is September the 9th would be a cutoff date.
That's enough time.
Yeah, we go the night before usually, James, and mark out the,
We try to, yeah.
yeah, so that's 1 week before. And that will give a good indication the weekend before. They'll give people the opportunity to go, oh, I'm free next weekend, and still give them enough time to get other stuff
register
up.
if they want to.
So September 9th, if that's okay with the committee?
So I have a question. Do you get just people selling used items, or do you have vendors that come with like their crafts and things?
There's craft people come,
Okay.
it's a lot of used stuff, like,
So I actually have a guy coming that does woodwork.
Okay.
Met him on the weekend, and he already gave me his name, number, and he wants to come. He does handcraft wood stuff.
Okay.
there was a gentleman there last year that did bird boxes,
Bird,
and
yeah,
he made all kinds of really nice stuff.
I don't wanna
Okay.
say knitting, but it's
Crochet.
crocheting. There was a table that did all that.
A lot of the stuff for the museum for the fall festival, they have more of the craft market stuff too, but it does get interdisposed.
Okay.
We did a lot of Christmas shopping there last year.
Did you?
Yeah, we bought a bird feeder last year. That's
So
a
the
cheap-
vendors for that, of the craft market are different from the vendors up in the
Yes.
community? Okay.
And they'll register with with Jillian for that, because they'll be set up closer to the museum area.
Okay.
And then Jillian, along with the scavenger hunt to have people to go and visit, she's also going to put a map with where everything is, so when people come, they know where they're visiting. So we'll post that, not, you know, like, we'll have some paper ones, but we'll also post it online on the website as well as on the various social media sites. So when you visit here, you're visiting, you know, the craft market for the festival at the museum. And then when you're visiting here, it's the community yard sale. And over here is where the reptiles are gonna be. So if you want to avoid them, you can. And over here is where the bake sale is gonna be, and over here. So then you'll have an area where you're walking to as well. So there'll be a map as
And we'll try
well.
to use a QR code as well, so they'll be able to just take a picture when they come to the parking area, and they'll be able to pull it up on their phone. We're getting quite good at you.
Oh,
QR
wow,
codes.
that's great. And then what's the auction all about?
So Jillian has stuff that they will be auctioning off. So for example, they talked about at our museum board meeting that right now at the if you visit the museum, they're working on a crazy quilt. So you can go in and you can stitch and add to the crazy quilt that they're building. They have squares and that they're doing. If the quilt is done in time, then that's something they will auction off at the auction. She's got some of the two students that are there, they're making a huge snakes and ladders game that will be all based on township events. So something positive that happened, you go up the ladder, something that was a tragedy like a flood or there was a road closure, whatever, you go down the snake kind of thing. And that they're talking about, and they're gonna have card games and that. So some of those might be auctioned off if they can do smaller versions and that. So there's different things. And I know she's got other items that are going to be auctioned off. I'm not sure what they are.
Some donation stuff and,
Donation stuff,
yeah.
That's great.
There's some live music, and we've already looking to see how we can put a speaker over toward the park as well, so we can have some live music all over. We notify all the residents in the area of that, the day and the times, and
That
try
looks
to
like a
keep.
great day.
Okay, so we'll put off the cutoff date, September the 9th on it.
Yeah, I'll just double check with Jillian if she needs a sooner time cutoff for hers, but I don't, if there is, then I'll let the
Yeah, I think
committee
it
know in office.
should be.
So.
Well, thank you very much.
Amanda update, Joe is not here, so I guess we will.
We
So
do.
I've been asked to kind of communicate their messages, so I've been sent an email. So we have a new board. I also have a board of directors list here if anyone is interested in contact information and whatnot. And so I will read this email out for you. We hosted a very successful first event with the new board on Sunday, June 30th. A Canada Day brunch featuring products from local makers like Mill Bay Market and Trillium Maple Syrup. We had 55 adults and 7 children in attendance and made a profit on our event. They have a summer market Saturday, July 20th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Indoor, outdoor, local merchants of all kinds, live music, face painting, and more. Get your breakfast or lunch at the barbecue cart, which is Holotex hot dogs. They have a wellness fair Saturday, August 3rd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Saturday, same thing. Our market will feature products and services from local health and wellness practitioners, holistic advocates, and makers of natural products. Visit market tables, see demonstrations, and enjoy refreshments. Join us inside the center for our keynote speaker at 11:30 a.m. Angela Manella of Angela Listens, Intentional Listening, and the 3 key pillars of how we can implement listening into our daily lives. Monthly dance and jam night, Saturday, August 3rd from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. On the first Saturday of the month, enjoy a years-long tradition at the Canada Community Center. Bring your instruments and join us for a monthly dance and jam night. Country, blues, oldies, and more. Never been to our monthly social before? Picture a good old-fashioned kitchen party with the dance floor. Be prepared for dancing, smiling, laughing, singing along, and otherwise a ton of fun. Admission is free, but we appreciate donations. Soft drinks and coffee are available for purchase. And they're also having a Cruise to Command a car show on Saturday, August 10th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Cruise on over to the Command Center and show off your sweet vintage, classic, or custom ride. Our yard will be ready for you to shine the spotlight on your pride and joy. Harleys, hot rods, and Hemis welcome. More details to follow. Check out your Facebook page.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're
Can
doing
you
it.
send that to me so we could file that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You or Kim?
If you can send some of it to me, then I can include some of it, or send it to both of us, but it's some of it to me so I can include more of the details in the minutes. That'd be awesome. Thanks.
Okay.
Who is the new rep?
I'll be representing them.
Oh, okay.
So they contacted us and asked if it would be okay if Lisa represented and give updates and stuff. And that's for sure, 100%. She's
Yeah.
on here and she's more than willing to do it. So it
Yeah,
works out great. We still get the updates and open the doors of communication, which is great.
Okay. Good, that was all informative, update, that's for sure. Yes, James?
Before we go to the adjournment, the sheet that you guys did here is amazing for the money. Could we start having that done with the bottle drive? So we know what's in the account and what's not in the account, and what we spend it on?
Let me work on that. And let's see what we can put together.
Yep.
Does Bottle Drive get lumped in with everything else?
It has
No.
a separate,
Is it separate?
it does, but it's part of our budget for the year.
Mhm.
So, yeah, let me work on that.
I just have a question too. We have all the jerseys and shorts and socks from North Bay. I don't know if you want to stay tonight and organize them, or if you want to have another day. It's a nice night, but hold one more meeting.
They have this week.
It's a busy week.
Okay, okay, yeah, I know it is a busy week.
Unfortunately, Kim and I would love to help. We have other commitments tonight,
Okay,
and a couple other things going on this week, and I know that you counselors have a few other meetings as well this week.
yeah,
If you could do it on another night, Kim and I for sure would be more than happy to help.
right. Are we okay with it just sitting there? though?
Of course.
I guess that's.
Yeah,
more
we
my
have
question.
no bookings at this time, and
Okay,
if we do, I can just relocate it.
okay.
If you wanted to do some tonight, I could stay with you.
Well, it doesn't matter. We can, I mean, it's, we're not gonna use it till next year, but I just wanted to make sure that it's okay sitting here.
Yeah.
That's all.
And if there is an event that we have to move, we can, it's
Okay,
not a
as long as
huge-
we get it done before maybe even the winter.
Snow flies.
Yeah, the colder months. Yeah, yep, all right. I just didn't know
Thank
if
you.
it sit there. Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Lisa?
Put my hand up for let's get out of here.
So nice. Just quick tonight. All right. Motion number 2024-22. Motion to adjourn at 7:11 PM. Lisa and Julie. All in favor? Okay.
Great job.
And
Yeah, that's great. Unfortunately, I cannot help with the trolls.
the next meeting will be August.
Sorry.
Just when the next meeting is.
Is it on the sheet?
Should be on the sheet there.
Well, sorry, next meeting is to be held August 12th.